This describes a way of using a web browser to say something about what happened in a lesson where some computers were being used. The browser gives you 4 different steps in which this report can be made. The first 2 about where the lesson took place. This one, report, is about really what happened, and the 4th one is an opportunity to upload any files that you might be willing to share that relate to that lesson. Let's have a look at each step in turn. The first stage gives you an indication, or allows us to get an indication of where the lesson took place. Sometimes there's more than one map, because there may be an upstairs and a downstairs, for example, to the building. But what you do is you drag this little flag into the room or the area where the lesson took place. It's also possible to write a few notes about what happened, and that might be notes to do with the adequacy of the room, the convenience of the space, and so on. There's another way of doing that, which I'll come back to in a minute, but one way to do it is to use the keyboard and to simply fill in some text on this space here. When we're ready to move on to the second step, we say save the map. There's a little please wait kind of sign up here to show that it's happening, and when it's happened, a tick will occur in that section and it's possible to move on to the next stage. On this stage you're going to show what the classroom or what the area sort of looked like, and that might be a mixture of places where people are working, and they may be in various kinds of configurations, and students can be shown by moving these little icons into place. Maybe sometimes people are working in groups, sometimes they may be working alone, and there's a laptop here and maybe a desktop computer here. Maybe there's a whiteboard at the front, and maybe there's a teacher who will position near that whiteboard. These surfaces can be changed in size, or if you go just outside the handles here, you can also move them to another orientation. To get rid of this frame, just click anywhere on the surface. If there's something you don't like, you can just drag it into the trash can. Again, click on the surface to make the frame go away, or you can reset the whole screen to blank by pressing here. Again, there may be some comments you've got to make about the layout of the room. I don't think it's expected you should show it comprehensively or fully, but give some indication of the way in which it was laid out, and maybe there is a comment that you would add to that picture. Save it when it's finished, and we can see again here that the save is taking place where it says please wait, and again a tick in the space, and we're ready to move on to this stage where a number of questions are asked about what the lesson concerned. Was it successful? How did you evaluate that success? And a slider here in which you can indicate in a kind of numerical way whether your aims were achieved fully or poorly, whether the behavior was good or poor, and so on. In these boxes it's possible to write text, and as much or as little as you like, and again when you press save, these comments will be saved on our server. Let's go back to this part of the picture here, which was also present in map and present in space. If you prefer, it's possible to not use the keyboard but to simply talk your comments, and we can do this by if we have a microphone on our computer, and we can do this by simply pressing on record. Let me do that again. We'll be asked maybe to adjust the volume, probably a good idea to put it on maximum, and then finally there is a request to allow your microphone to be used, and assuming you're happy to do that, we press allow, and now you can see my voice is going through, and that indicates all is well, and anything I'm saying now will be saved. When I finish talking, I can press here to stop, and the job's complete. So the final stage is to, I forgot to save, but I can go back and save later. The final stage gives you a chance to upload a lesson plan or any other file that might be associated with the session. As I forgot to save, I'm going to go back there, press the save, and everything now is complete. And when it's complete, you can simply close the window.